Hello. Hello and welcome to Around the Town with Mark. I am Mark Whalen, your host, and as you know, I'm always glad to have you tune in and visit with us. As usual, we have another great show for you today. So, summer is here, the warm weather is here, we're all looking for fun things to do. And as we've talked about before, our area here in Groton is loaded with fun things to see and do, especially this year as we celebrate Connecticut's submarine century. That is 100 years of naval submarine-based New London here in Groton. And there's lots of activities and events that are featuring Submarine Century. And there's something totally new, never done before in Groton, very exciting that we're going to talk about today and tell you all about. And that is the Connecticut Submarine Soapbox Derby. How fun is that going to be? September 4th. My guest today is the coordinator of this event. His name is Patrick Kohr, and I welcome you and introduce you to Patrick Kohr. Patrick, welcome to Around the Town with Mark.
Thanks, Mark. Pleasure.
Yeah, so this is a totally new event we've got coming up here. So it's a soapbox derby, but the theme is, instead of a regular soapbox, it's a submarine. Is that correct?
Oh, yeah. Sub-box derby is what we nicknamed it.
All right, all right. Well, I don't know a whole lot about soapboxes and that kind of stuff. I know when I was a kid, my dad built me one, and boy, that was the most popular thing, and with all of my friends, and we used to zoom down Bayberry Lane and Groton down to the boat launch on that thing, and we would spend hours on that. It's a whole lot of fun, but making that as a submarine has got to be really, really cool. So tell us about this wonderful event.
Well, our event, the goal, we're trying to build the community, bringing the community together. We're talking the Coast Guard base, the naval base, and the Groton community, neighboring communities like Waterford, Mystic, Ledyard, all of them. And so what we're trying to inspire here is a submarine theme. So we want people to build these racers with the submarine mentality. You can design the cars like a submarine, and for the kids, they can paint them whatever they want, and the adults, they can build them into a submarine and just take it down the hill. And so a lot of people are excited in the area just talking about it.
And again, it is September 4th. Is that right?
That's correct.
And what are the hours? And where is this event located? So please, everyone,
I'm glad that you asked.
Start taking notes.
So, September 4th, 9 a.m. is where we plan to start. That'll start with our practice runs going down the hill. Then after that, I would say roughly 10 in the morning. Then we'll start off with the kids' races, starting out with our divisions, so they'll be in the lowest division, and then working our way up. At the end of the day, I would say 5 p.m. is roughly where we'll finish it off.
So it's going to be a full day of fun.
A full day of fun.
And I'm assuming in addition to that, you're going to have all kinds of other activities and things going on. So give us an overview about all of the other things that are going to be happening that day, and then we'll kind of dive back in a little bit to the specifics of the event itself.
Well, we have a soapbox derby. We're going to have the contest in which best submarine, so we'll give a trophy to those who have the best submarine design. We'll also give a trophy out for best spirit, in which racers can do a theme right before they race. We actually intend on doing a pie eating contest.
That's great. That's always fun.
Raffles, hopefully raffles, and of course drawing contest prior to the race, so they get a free registration.
And of course, this event takes place in the city of Groton, around Washington Park. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. And where? So let our viewers know a little bit more specifically about what road and where is this race going to actually take place?
Oh, well, the race is actually going to take place on Mitchell Street. Okay. It's going to start off roughly at the Baker Street extension, overlooking Washington Park. So when we go down the hill, you should be stopping down in Meridian.
Okay.
If it's too long of a hill, of course, for the kids, we intend to have a start at the Park Avenue.
Okay.
And going down the hill.
I think we have a picture that we can put up on the screen. There's the layout. You can tell us a little bit about what we're looking at the screen right now.
So right here is a layout in which,
I
of
see
course,
the start, yep.
the start, and then right there we see it stop at Meridian. That's where we'll have our little carousel. We'll have trucks taking the carts and towing them back up the hill, so then we don't have to push it back up. We also intend on having police detours and stuff, so we'll close in that whole street for this race.
All right, all right. And so will there be food and other activities happening in the park itself to support the event?
Well, yes, we do. We'll be having vendors, same as you usually would see at the farmer's market and then some. The farmer's market that you usually see on a Tuesday, that same layout will be for the Groton Sub-Box Derby. So it's going to be just like that. Vendors interested, just go ahead and contact us on that.
All right, and tell us a little bit more about the divisions that you're going to be having.
So we have the kids division, which is the start. It's ages 7 to 14 years old. They're going to be combined with weight of the cart, 200 pounds max. All right. This is this cart that you'll be seeing is on the All-American Soapbox Derby. You can take a look at the site, and it'll tell you everything on how to build it. All right. So it's very easy. Or we also have club cars available. These club cars are available for the kids also for rental, limited stock. So that's the first division, right, the stock. Then we go into super stock. Super stock is about 9 years old to 19 years old. And at max weight, 240 combined, all right? The next one after that, we have what we call the adult division. That's 18 and up. So that would differ from the All-American Soapbox Derby feel, as we have a safe, inspected, used all around the world Soapbox Derby racer, and then we have our own creative Submarine racer theme, in which we'll have a roll bar no higher than the person sitting upright, and we'll also have at least a limit of 2 axles, 4 wheels, and it has to be Submarine themed. We'll have more details that later.
Yeah, let's show on our screen that little photo that we have of the Sub-Box Derby and a little submarine-shaped soapbox. I think we have something like that we can show. There we go. That sort of gives an idea of the theme.
Oh yeah.
In sort of a little bit of a comical way, but I'm sure you're encouraging your participants to be very creative.
Oh yeah, that was our start. Right here, what we have is a flyer. This flyer, I don't know if you can see it.
Yep, there we go.
So that's our little concept car. That's what we've been handing around for a little bit. But that's a dolphin riding a soapbox racer. And when kids saw this, they were ecstatic. They said, "Mom, Dad, look at that. It's a dolphin riding a soapbox derby racer. That's so cool." You know, and it's got a good touch to it.
Well, I already can imagine that this is going to bring out the kid and everybody, including these children's parents. And I'm sure a lot of them are engineers at Electric Boat and around our area that are really going to be kind of excited to be able to be creative, making a submarine out of a soapbox.
Oh yeah, everyone's actually getting, the spark has just interested everyone. We're talking not just the engineers at Electric Boat, but we're talking Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, even Connecticut Miss Teen, Miss Outstanding Teen, Samantha Anderson, that wants to race in this. And so we've already got her in there. She's going to help promote it. And also the local community, of course, the kids of military and people in the area. I was just at Fort Griswold this past Saturday, and I had 100 flyers on me. And I thought I was going to be out there for hours. But literally, I was 1 hour, all the flyers gone. And the kids and adults were just excited. And they're thankful that, like, especially the adults, they're thankful that it's coming back in the area.
So tell me how this idea came to be and came to fruition, that it's actually happening. I imagine because it's in the city of Groton, right there by the municipal building, that you've got a lot of support from the city of Groton.
Well, it's funny you asked that. So how this came about, I was at a memorial ceremony, and I bumped into the mayor. And just the other day, I think I was sleeping and I woke up to like either Sec TV or some local network, and I thought I overheard a soapbox derby race, and so it was in my head, and so I bumped in the mare. I asked her all about it. I said, I told her, gave her the idea, put it in her head, and then she told me, no, we got a Pinewood Derby race, but that soapbox derby race, that's a great idea, and I want you to head that up. And I said, well, what do I put myself into now? But Mayor Galbraith, she's awesome. It took
Yes, she is.
It consumed me. I looked up all the information, and within 2 weeks, I gathered up as much as I could, and I went to a Connecticut Submarine Century meeting. That was in mid-May. So I took what I had, in which I gathered all the information with big help from Mike Corson. He's the regional director for Providence, Rhode Island, and also Connecticut. So those 2 states he's in charge of, he gave me the details of what we're going to be given, in which we're going to be given insurance for the kids, also cars to race, helmets, equipment, and timing equipment, ramps, you name it, it's all going to be available for us. And that was just the key thing right there, that, okay, we can have a race. So all we had to do was just start it. So when I brought it up at the meeting, everyone was for it. And right off the bat, I had leads for sponsors and volunteers.
That's really exciting, and this is going to be a really fun component of Submarine Century. So I was just going to ask you, yes, most of all these events can't be done without their sponsors. Tell us, you, I'm sure, have some sponsors, and perhaps are you looking for more sponsors?
So we already have Navy Federal backing us, we have Groton Townhouse backing us, and we have the Coast Guard CPO mess backing us. We have a couple more that's going to lock down eventually, but we are looking for sponsors.
Okay, and so, all right, everybody, listen, we're looking for sponsors. How can they contact you or find more information about the event to become a sponsor?
Well, they can either call the phone number that's provided.
There we go, right up on our screen.
And also, you can check out the Facebook web link.
Okay, also right there. Everybody, please take a look at that. It's right there on your screen. Get out your handheld or a piece of paper and pencil and write that down. And if you are out there looking for something to sponsor this season, obviously this is a really fun opportunity. I imagine this is going to be a real hit, and you already have, as you said, lots of kids and adults signed up to do this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
And
yeah.
It's still growing.
It's still growing. We're only, I would say, not even midway, and kids are excited. And when they even ask, they said, how fast do these things go? Roughly, they can go about 25 miles per hour. It is safe for those little kid boxes. They have foam all around, so they don't get bumped around inside there. And the helmets are provided, of course, and all that.
Yep.
But it's going to be really, really fun for them over there.
Now, do you have, or are you looking for any other assistance or help? Volunteers? Are you looking for materials? Anything else to help build this event?
Yes, we certainly are. We're actually looking for sponsors to help for the boost in the T-shirts, trophies. We're looking for good deals on tires, hay for safety boundaries.
Okay.
We're also looking for just volunteers to help coordinate the event. We need good volunteers who are happy to live here, which I'm happy to live here. I mean, I hope that this race does so well that it's going to be annually. So then my kids will one day race in it.
Certainly, certainly. Well, you hit the note that the city of Groton, our area, is a great place. As I know the mayor likes to say, a great place to live, to work, and to play. And something like this sub-box derby is a great way, especially this year as we celebrate Submarine Century and those families, those men and women, and that do so much for us. It's just another way of showing them support by having another event yet that's showing them that, hey, we're glad you're here.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. And not to mention, for the kids that race in this event, we take the champions, the local champions, what we call them. And once they win, we'll take their cart, if they made the cart, and we ship it out to the championships, which is over in Akron, Ohio. And that's what's actually happening right now. They're actually having 500 people from around the world. I'm talking like New Zealand, Australia.
I think we have a picture of the championship. Maybe we can have that up on our screen in a minute, and that will give us an idea of what. There we go, Soapbox Derby. Tell us about what we're looking at here.
So that's racers already in heat going down the hill. You can see that there are 3 apart, and they have enough room. But this is championships in which that's held once a year. People from all over America and all around the world are racing right now this week to take home the prizes, in which All-American Soapbox Derby, big help. They've been sponsored before by Chevy and now First Energy. Big help. They're something around here. I tell you what, it's good.
Well, I think so. The winners of this event will be sent to.
That's correct.
Yes. Oh, that's
so.
What a great opportunity then.
Yes, the winners of stock and super stock will take their carts. We'll ship them out. We'll also have it paid for the lodging and the trip. So.
Which is another reason why you need that sponsorship.
That's correct.
Yes. So please, everyone, listen to this. It's a great way of showing support and sending the city of Groton or these participants from the city of Groton out to Akron, Ohio to be a part of this international event. Mm-hmm. What a great opportunity that is.
All right, let's say they didn't even have a cart. They rented a cart. We can still build the concept car with the sponsorship money and the money that we earn from the event, and take that, build a car, throw all the logos on there, and they'll have their own car to race.
So if there's a family out there that maybe would love to do this but don't quite have the finances to make that happen for their child, you offer support.
That is correct.
That's excellent. What a wonderful opportunity for a sponsor then to get involved with this event, to show their support for these kids and for the area in an international event I think is huge.
Oh yeah.
I think it's really a very exciting thing that you're doing. And let's go ahead and show them a little shot on our screen of actual vehicles in motion. I think we've got something that we can. There we go. So tell us what we're looking at here. And how this will, I guess, differ. We don't see submarines right here.
No, you're not seeing submarines, but they kind of look like a submarine if you can see it, right?
Yeah, they do.
So what you're looking at is the super stock race. These kids with their families have painted that racer, and all their sponsors, like I said, are all over that thing. Look at it, DQ, yes. All-American Soapbox Derby, even the family or local business. And this is great for corporate and local businesses to promote. This is a kid showing off them.
Yep.
So this is great.
Well, your sponsors are going to be highlighted in whole kinds of different ways.
Mm-hmm. From not just the website, the Facebook, T-shirts, banners, and of course, if they do have a racer going to the championships, it's going to be seen from around the world.
Yes.
So that's great.
Well, one thing I'm sort of thinking about now that might add to that is maybe we can have you back on the show in September and have some of your winners and your participants here. How would that be?
That'd be great.
You think you'd like that?
Would you be able to come into the race too?
I can come to the race. Oh, you want the TV station at the race?
No, you can come to the race.
Oh, I'll come to the race.
You can bring the TV if you want.
Well, we'll see what we can do. But I'm encouraging everybody out there in TV land and our area to definitely put September 4th on your schedule.
Oh, yeah.
You can't miss this.
Yeah. The biggest thing, too, I mean, we talk about soapbox derby racing like it's new, but really, it's been an area for a long time. I mean, back in the 1940s to the 1960s, I have newspaper clippings from it. Thanks to Jim Street, our historian, he helped derive all this information. It used to be a Cub Scout race. Then later on, then Pioneer House helped back it in Lions Club, and then later on, in the 80s, it came back with the Soapbox Derby feel. So Soapbox Derby was an area. They had that in the early 80s, and then it kind of just fell off. You know, you got economy hurt and all that.
Yeah.
But they didn't have a unique theme, and this is very unique. This is very special to this community. this community is all about submarines, and that will be the trademark for this little event that we have.
Well, we are all about submarines. We are submarine proud. And this is another way, as I've said earlier, to be submarine proud and to show that. And another opportunity for the people that build these submarines, that work on these submarines, that work in the subbase, that are part of our community, to be a part of this other event that's so unique. I've never heard of submarine. We've been talking about Submarine Century on this show for a while. And we've got a lot of events coming up. I know my event this Saturday, we've got submarine-shaped cookies and little things to decorate and all of that. So this is just exciting for me. I think having a submarine box derby is so unique, and it's only the city of Groton. The submarine capital of the world is the only place that something like this could happen.
Oh yeah, the biggest thing too, we want to attract the kids, and we are looking for somebody that wants to make a dolphin suit, a dolphin little mascot to go down on one of our concept submarine carts. That'd be really good. So if there's anybody out there that knows how to make a little mascot suit, that'd be great for the kids.
All right. We're making a call out to our audience right now. We're having a call out. Tell us again what you're looking for.
What we're looking for is a dolphin, kind of Navy themed with
a mascot, a dolphin mascot.
Dolphin mascot. Of course, you got to have anchors. So you got to have a little anchor on the arm or the fin, as you would say.
Yep.
And just so it's got the friendly demeanor of a friendly dolphin. We were looking for that, so then the kids can see him in the cart racing down the hill, and that'd be super for the kids.
That's totally appropriate.
Mm-hmm.
I think it just would be a fantastic fit. Mm-hmm. And another opportunity out there for somebody to be creative.
Exactly.
And come up with a great thing for a dolphin suit.
Oh yeah. What else do we have? History or?
Yeah, please.
So the All-American Soapbox Derby, it has a history. It's been backed by the Soapbox Derby was backed by Chevrolet back in the early Depression days, and it made it through. And it's been booming, and now they're in I would say the 76th race, I would say, or 78, somewhere around there. But they've been racing for a long time, and this is just another outlet. They're in each state roughly. Not to mention that their cars, you don't have to just race these cars here. Like, you could race this car somewhere else. As long as it's not a winter, because that gets shipped off.
Oh, okay.
But
right.
Of course. Yeah. But if there's I've also coordinated with Kevin Bower, who's the Bristol Orange Crate Derby coordinator, and to help me with the dimensions. And they have races, and that's just a fun little get together and race down the hill. So there's areas all around where you can bring your cart and race it. So it's not just this time, but it's a good start. I mean, you got the whole summer, build a racer, and then race it, and then you can just bring that up into the next championship.
So there's a lot of people out there in the audience that I'm sure are very familiar with soapbox derbies and what they're all about. There might be some that aren't, that would like to participate. And I'm assuming then that there's requirements of size, and like you've already talked about weight and other requirements that are in place for these sub-box derbies. Are they greatly different for people that are familiar with the soapbox derby world?
So our submarine racers are going to be different. But as for the soapbox derbies for the kids, that is all around the world, they're all going to be the same. So it's kind of like NASCAR, where they're all roughly the same little concept. So then you could just take a racer and go down the hill. And it just depends on the racer and how you distribute the weight.
Okay.
And so that's how they differentiate. I mean, you got a kid going down the hill, it's kind of like a swing, like how you use your momentum. Where you can pop your head a little bit up and then go down, and that'll help your momentum.
All right. That sounds so very easy.
Very easy.
I'm assuming again that they can get the information on all the details and requirements either through Facebook or contact you directly. Is that correct?
Yes, and if they're looking for specs on building the cars,
right,
All American Soapbox Derby, their website has a video and a layout, a planned layout. And you can buy the cars there, or you can look around and shop around, but you could buy a kit. And what we encourage is for the kids to build the racer with the adult. That has to happen. We want the two to work together, because this is great. Kids are learning math, science, the technology, craftsmanship, and teamwork, and just spending that quality time.
Well, and also I'm sure that even though you require that adult to help the children, just like doing their homework, you don't want the adult to do all the homework for the kids, so they have to do a lot of it on their own.
Exactly.
But what an opportunity for that child, that young person, to use all those creative juices between the mind, the hands, the creativity, all of those things wrapped into one. So it's a really good learning opportunity for these youngsters to be a part of something like this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So as we're winding down, are there some final words that you'd like to share with our audience on the Sub Box Derby coming up September 4th?
Yes. So I'd like to give a big special thanks to not only the community for helping get this through, but especially to our sponsors, of course, All American Soapbox Derby, Navy Federal, Groton Townhouse, Coast Guard, and many more. Also, big thanks to our volunteers, Jim Street, Joe Smith, Patrick Williams,
Marion Galbraith.
Oh, man, she has been a big help. I mean, she gives me a lead, or she directs me in the right way, and boom, I got something added on to it. And especially my wife and my kids for letting me do this.
Great. Well, I want to thank you for being on Around the Town with Mark today and sharing the Soapbox Derby with us. I want to thank our audience for joining us today. You've learned a lot about this great new event coming September 4th, right here in downtown Groton. I also want to mention this Saturday, July 16th, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., we've got Art on Groton Bank, that great outdoor art festival on the grounds of the beautiful Bill Memorial Library up there in Groton Bank, right next to the Groton Monument. And it's going to be a great, fun day. The weather forecast looks great, so please come out and visit with us. Take the water taxi, too. That's going to be operating. And I also want to have you come back and visit Around the Town with Mark again. We're so glad that you've visited us today, learning all about the Soapbox Derby. Put that on your calendar. Put Art and Groton Bank on your calendar. Come back to see us on Around the Town with Mark very soon. Thank you, and enjoy all these great events.